I'm Kat. Welcome to Life Happens on the B-Side. This is my first video. I've been wanting to do this for a really long time and just haven't, because nothing was ever perfect. I wanted to make sure I had the right things to say. I wanted to make sure I had the right background. I wanted to make sure that it was going to be important and make a difference, and my voice would be heard and millions of people would hear it, and everything had to be just right. But it's really not the point of Life Happens on the B-Side. It's about the everyday experiences, the everyday moments in our times that really make the impact on us. And as my youngest son tells me all the time, Mom, just do it. You're gonna feel great. So it's not perfect, but here we are. Life Happens on the B-Side is just about life. I am in a moment in my life, and I'm sure I'm not the only one, that it's almost like I'm in a midlife crisis. I'm 45 years old. I have 2 teenage sons, whom for the vast majority of their lives I raised by myself. And when I say by myself, I mean there was no partner. I was truly a single parent, in the sense that their father was nowhere to be found. He was not in any way supportive. So I had a great number of opportunities with them to have wonderful moments on the B-Side. But I've come to a point in the middle of my life here where I've been with the same company for 22 years. I hate my job. I hate what I'm doing. It takes everything in me to get out of bed in the morning. I don't believe in regrets, but man, I'm starting to feel regretful for not doing things differently in my life. And I feel like I'm on the edge of crying all the time. And I guarantee I'm not the only one out there. So this isn't perfect, but neither is life. Life isn't perfect. So what I want to do here is remind everyone that life does happen on the B-Side. It's the moments in between, those big events, those graduations, those births, those weddings, those promotions. It's the everyday experiences that we have and we share that really mean everything. Everything when it comes to adding up the sum of your life. It's the B-Side where it counts. And for those of you who don't understand the phrase, the B-Side, probably you're not in the right spot as me, as you're probably young, but I hope you enjoy it anyway. B-Side means it used to be singles would come out on records, 45s, and the song that you would hit the radio would be on the A-side. A different song that was never going to be hit on the radio would be on the B-Side. Oftentimes it was a song that the artist felt more connected to, or it was a more important song for them because it meant something, but it wasn't maybe commercially relevant, and that meant that the B-Side was the place they wanted to be too. So this is going to be a web series about my evolution of getting back to appreciating the B-Side, recognizing the B-Side in the world, which is the happy side, and sometimes the sad side. Those are it's the sum of what makes us who we are. And I'm really excited to share this with all of you. And I hope that you guys share stories with me back. So today, my B-Side is I'm actually sitting in a cemetery coming to see my father, who I lost almost 2 years ago. And I loved him, and thinking on it, all the things I remember the most wasn't that he was at my wedding or walked me down the aisle. I remember those things and they were precious, but it's the time he handcuffed my best friend to my boyfriend and left the house, because he thought that was funny, or the times that he would dance really funny through the living room just to make us laugh, or he'd do something outrageous like eat the orange peel instead of the orange just to make us laugh. And the fact that he was there for every parent-teacher conference, and Even if he had to drive through traffic for 3 or 4 hours, he showed up. And it's not those are the things that make a difference in a kid's life. And those are the things that I carried on into my raising of my kids. My personal parental philosophy is show up, be consistent, and have love. And I think I learned that from both my parents, but today we're talking about my dad. And here I am sitting in probably the most peaceful place. And even though it's sad that all these men and women here are gone, and every single one of them served their country. I'm obviously in a VA cemetery. It's not a sad place to me because I get to still be with him a little bit. I never imagined I would miss him as much as I do. But he's a perfect example of why it's so important to celebrate the B-side, because that's where life happens. And I'm glad to be there, trying to get back to the joy of it. So come along with me on this journey back to myself. I've gotten lost in the pandemic. I've gotten lost in a 22-year career with the company that no longer appreciates me. I've got lost in the everyday of being a mom, and I'm ready to get back to celebrating life and what happens on the B-side. So I hope you listen, and I hope you come back. And again, I hope you share with me your thoughts and your feelings and the things that make the B-side so special to you. And I'll be back. This is completely off the cuff. I just did it. So to my son, there you go. Thanks for encouraging me. And thanks for stopping in. Subscribe, please, and we'll figure this out together. See you soon. Bye.